Welcome back to Indiana News Desk. In Indiana, the average farmer is 58 years old, but more young people are making their way into the industry. As Sophia Salaby reports, unpredictable weather, changing crop prices, and large debts can challenge younger farmers to stay in business.
You can find Jeff Bailey working on his farm in Bloomington at 4 in the morning most days of the week. He's out in the cold morning weather preparing his farm for the winter. But if you think waking up early to stand in the cold is the hardest part of being a farmer, you'd be wrong.
At one point, I know when we were in big crop production that we were into, we were signing papers almost $250,000, and they had to be paid back by the end of the year. So, you're taking your house and basically every piece of equipment you have and putting it on the line that you're going to make it by the end of the year and make that debt right.
Jeff Bailey calls himself a part-time farmer. He grows corn and soybeans with help from his wife and 3 kids. Bailey's favorite part of his farm is his pigs. He puts each pig's name on a blackboard in his barn.
Babe, Princess, Bubba, Hamilton.
He bought his small farm in 2003, but he also works as a full-time firefighter and part-time risk management first responder with Indiana University Recreational Sports, just to support his family.
It's a gamble. I mean, to convince somebody of a young age to be willing to take the debt versus income and work at it, because there's a lot of countless late hours, sleepless hours you got to be willing to put in. If you're not positive, agriculture won't work for you. You have to stay positive. You get knocked down, you wipe it off, you get back up and you smile.
Professor of Agricultural Economics at Purdue University, Chris Hurt, says Indiana needs more people like Bailey. Young people who work in agriculture are increasingly difficult to find due to hard times in recent years. Hurt says this isn't just farm owners that are low in numbers, but the entire agricultural industry is facing a problem.
We do need this constant supply of young people coming into ag production. And Purdue's contribution clearly is training people to service the farms, to go into the agribusinesses and other service agencies, the fertilizer, the chemical industry, the seed industry, the marketing side of the products. So there's strong demand for all of those job opportunities, somewhat smaller number going back to the farms.
Prior to 2014, the agricultural economy was in a boom period, which was attractive to younger people looking to get into farming. But we've hit a period of moderation in the past 2 years, meaning these new farmers might become discouraged because of the financial stress they face. Doug Murray considers himself to be one of the lucky ones. He's 27, a young farmer like Bailey. He's part of that small minority that has gone back to the farm, like the generation before him. The friends he grew up with don't have that.
Not too many were fortunate enough to be able to come back to the farm, so a lot of my friends that I grew up with, baled hay with, and worked with, they're off other places doing other things. So
he grew up on his family's farm in Pennville, a rural community north of Muncie. After graduating college, he was able to come back to work with his parents. But it can be hard to guarantee the future of a farm these days.
On average, we've seen losses for many farms in the last 2 years especially.
Last year, parts of northern Indiana experienced unexpected rains during the spring and summer. It hurt the farmers' bottom lines.
It can change while you're at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're in bed at night. You wake up in the morning and you went from, going to black to now you're running in the red.
But for Bailey, despite the overwhelming uncertainty and hardship he might face as a young farmer, he still knows the economy needs people like him in agriculture to take those risks and provide for the community. We're standing in Bailey's greenhouse. He built it this summer, and in the spring he'll grow vegetables like sweet corn, green beans, and tomatoes. It's part of a new strategy he's using. He got the idea from someone in the community, and he says it's an important component to a farmer's success.
Plus, we give a lot of our veggies off to elderlies around us because they don't maybe have the income to go out or enjoy the fresh food, but we want to share with our elders because they're the ones that's made this possible for us.
Bailey and Murray were both introduced to farming by their families, and they both credit them with their success. And if future generations choose to take the risk and become farmers, that's most likely going to happen through family as well, like Bailey's 4-year-old son.
as long as he's showing the passion and wanting to be out here and involved in the farm, we're going to make sure he's out here and involved.
For Indiana News Desk, I'm Sophia Salaby.